Hello, this is Eyewitness Report on Channels Television. A warm welcome to the program. I am Jomi Otaigwe. On this week's edition, we take a look at what is being done to reconstruct the Namnai Bridge in Taraba State, which collapsed last year owing to heavy rainfall, as the Minister of State for Regional Development visits the state. Also, the prolonged closure of the Ogbogu market in Onitsha sparks outrage from traders. These and more shortly. Traders at Ogbogu market in Onitsha have denied reports regarding the reopening of their market, labeling these claims as false. During a peaceful protest in Onitsha, the traders expressed their deep frustration over what they describe as injustice stemming from the prolonged closure of the primary source of income by the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC.
Traders from Ogbogu drug market in Onitsha take to the streets in protest against the prolonged closure of their market. Carrying placards voicing their grievances, the traders marched through various parts of Onitsha, expressing their frustration and despair. The alleged intimidation by officials of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, citing their inability to conduct business for several months.
They use army, DSS, police, and chase us away. And with armored cars. Means it's pure intimidation. We will not accept it. With the only condition they want to give us is none on avoid. So we don't accept anything. Only they should come and open market for us. Once they have taken away everything we have, all the goods drugs that inside the market and our money have taken away. So NAFDAC turn us upside down, telling people that we are selling fake drugs. So we are not going to accept it.
It is on record that NAFDAC General allegedly said that the shop owners in the Ogbogu market were in their respective shop while they were doing their work.
Not be true.
And it is very false. We want to state categorically that none of the traders were allowed to access the shop.
Yes.
At the time of the invasion. Prior to 2007, when NAFDAC official came, headed by Professor Akunyili of the blessed memory, every traders were made to be in his or her own shop, and the inventories were taken by the NAFDAC official as at then. But we are so confused that this very present time, the officials of NAFDAC that have invaded the market, we are not qualified. We are now calling on the House of Rep, the Senate, Minister of Health, and other relevant agencies, state governor, headed by Professor Chukuma Soludo, Mr. Solution, to come to our aid.
That all the drugs they get away are fake and substandard, are inhuman and malicious lies meant to tarnish the good image of thousands of responsible and genuine men and women of goodwill of Ogbogu market.
Thank you.
That we challenge the federal government to set up a high-power panel of inquiry to investigate the goods taken away by NAFDAC in over 60 trailer loads, with the aim of ascertaining the veracity of the claims of the zealous DG of NAFDAC and some of our corrupt officials.
Thank you.
That the claim by NAFDAC that our various shops were being searched in our presence are another set of malicious and fabricated lies meant to carpet their heinous crime
of barbaric breaking, entering, searching, looting of our shops in our absence. And the claim by NAFDAC that the drug market has been reopened since February are lies.
NAFDAC had reportedly destroyed drugs confiscated during recent raids in Abia and Onitsha, disposing them at a dump site in Oka. The agency maintains that these drugs are fake, counterfeit, banned, or substandard.
We screen stores one after the other for expired products, number one, unregistered products, donated items. There are some donated items that were not supposed to be in the market. We found them in large quantities in those stores. Then banned products. For us to ensure that the marketing surveillance and control, which is part of the work of the agency that has been given by WHO, you survey your market and control the market to ensure that good products are the only one that we can find in the market. So we have to ensure that we destroy this because in our regulation there is when we record something, you handle it properly and destroy this substandard and falsified medical products.
What we have mapped out for destruction is one of the highest in the world. From Onitsha and Abia. I'm not talking about the one from Lagos. The total volume of trucks that have been moved there, there are over 100 trucks by 40 foot. That is humongous. And also, in terms of cost, the estimated street value, they are over 1 trillion naira. Many a time people have used different medicines, and even though we may say, and it's a little bit complex, because even though we may say medicines are good, they are registered, they are okay from right manufacturing companies, we call them market authorization holders, but still people get treatment failures from some of these medicines.
NAFDAC says it remains firm in monitoring the activities of those involved in the medicine business.
We are trying to maintain peace and order. We are trying to be law-abiding citizens. We are trying to maintain peace and order. Please help us avoid civil disobedience. Help us to avoid civil disobedience. We want to maintain peace and order. Open our shop for us. Open our shop for us. Let us go about our legitimate business.
Despite the misunderstanding, the traders, while appealing for the reopening of the market, emphasized their commitment to adhering to the regulations governing their business. They pledged to implement internal policy measures within their community to ensure compliance.
Welcome back. Exciting news for commuters on the Jalingo-Bukari Highway in Taraba State, as the federal government has finalized plans to commence reconstruction of the collapsed Namnai Bridge, with work set to begin anytime soon. This development comes after a recent visit to the site by the Minister of State for Regional Development, Ubame Gari.
A significant portion of the Namnai Bridge, located in Gasso, Taraba State, was swept away by a massive flood following heavy rainfall in August 2024. The absence of the bridge has hindered vehicular movement and disrupted economic activities along the Jalingo-Wukari Federal Highway, which connects Taraba to Adamawa, Benue, and other north-central states.
Generally, our problem is a maintenance culture. No bridge is designed so that after some certain number of years that it may collapse. No bridge is designed with such a lifespan. But I believe that our problem has been maintenance culture. Once you see something happening, you could see a crack along the bridge element or on the abutment, or gradual washing away of the abutment or the bridge element or the piles or the pile cap being exposed. Such efforts, such situations demand quick intervention. If nothing is done about it, with the kind of torrential rainfall we have nowadays in Taraba State, situations like this will always happen. And that's why I said initially that it's an act of God. Nobody has any knowledge on how to ever minimize this or to stop this.
They even show that trailer can pass now.
The situation compels some motorists to use the only alternative route, which is both deplorable and longer. Others resorted to hiring commercial boats to ferry their vehicles across the river, allowing them to continue their journeys. We are in dire need of assistance from the government to fix this road. It has brought untold hardship to us. Imagine traveling a long distance only to be trapped here. It does not reflect well on the government, he said.
I am saddened to see my fellow women, especially pregnant women, navigating this route. Often we have to help them out with vehicles, carrying them on our backs to ensure they cross safely. We urgently need government intervention.
As the water recedes, motorists were able to drive through the river as the dry season lasts. However, there are no visible signs showing the commencement of the bridge's reconstruction. With the first rain signaling the return of river water, residents are implementing measures to help motorists navigate alternative routes. Recently, the Minister of State for Regional Development visited the site of the collapsed bridge.
Imagine what will happen.
The Northeast Development Commission, which is one of 3 commissions under my purview directly, had arranged and prepared, made advanced preparations, sent down engineers and quantity surveyors to assess the state of level of damage about 6 weeks ago, with a view to intervening directly as an emergency. By the way, this Namnai bridge was listed as one of 12 bridges that require emergency attention across the 6 states of the Northwest. Unfortunately, we did not anticipate this. This is a natural disaster. No one anticipates situations like it usually happens, but not with the first rains. It's unfortunate that it happened earlier than we had expected, but as a responsible government, we are not leaving anything to chance. This place needs an emergency attention. It needs emergency attention, whatever it is that will make the road motorable once again. At least in the immediate, as an immediate response, we'll do that. If it requires Bailey Bridge, we'll get that. If it requires floating bridge, whatever it takes, we'll get one. But I want you to hold us responsible and accountable, being a responsive and responsible government, that in 1 week, God willing, we'll find solutions to the terrible situation behind us.
As locals work to reconstruct the makeshift roads, the swift intervention of the government to rebuild the collapsed bridge will be a significant relief for commuters. However, there is a lingering fear among the people that the minister's assurance might just be another empty promise, especially after enduring 7 months of hardship.
Welcome back. Exciting news for commuters in Cross River State, particularly in the northern region, and we had a particular focus on the Bekwara-Katsina-Ala Highway. The latest report coming from that area is that progress is being made in rehabilitating these roads in response to witnesses' accounts and the frustrations expressed by residents and road users.
Once a nightmare for commuters, the Dock Junction and surrounding road network in Ogoja now experience smoother traffic flow.
We are so excited. Let's just say that. You know, the economy is tight, the situation everywhere is tight anyway, but when we see good things like this, we appreciate. We know what the present governor, what he promised us, is all this for we Ogoja people. Personally myself, before this time I have done it. I've passed a message to him that it shouldn't be just Ogoja alone. It should at least all the junction like this in Cross River State, let it have a face. For what the common man is saying here now, just like where I was coming out from, they said they don't even need election by next tenure, just for this. They don't need campaign by next tenure. That's what the common man has been saying. I just came out from a restaurant, I went and enjoyed myself because of what I've seen today. The face of this job is just wonderful.
The road was so bad and we were crying for at least assistance for someone to make this road for us, and it has come to pass for now. So I felt so happy with the governor and the people working on the roads.
This is in Duke Junction, and from the little we gathered before the commencement of the project, this place, in fact, from when we took it was a single lane. As you can see, it was a single lane when we came in, of a dual carriage of about 5.5 meters width. But we've been able to dualize it to what you're seeing with a carriageway now of about 14 meters. And before now, in Duke Junction, for people who knows about it, is the place when you get in here is unpassable to motorists just because of the blockage of what we're having in here. But good thing, the ministry was able to come up with a solution, and that is what we have in here, which is this culvert you're seeing in here is a total span of about 35 meters, which enabled the entire flow that comes in from Mission Road down into Igoli. And we have been able to divert it straight on to Ikom Calabar Highway with a span of about 150 meters width of our drain. So I think with what we have rather at hand now, I can tell you that for the next 10 years, the government are not coming in here to do anything that has to do with this access road. That is my assurance. At the moment as it stands, the total distance of what we have, the span of the kilometer is 12. From where we're standing in here, which is in Duke Junction, this is our 0 point, and our termination point is at Munaya. So the total span of what we have from this point is 12 kilometers. Okay, at the moment, we actually commenced the project in June this year, and what we have achieved, as you can see, if we're to give ourselves that score mark, we've done 45% of the entire project length that we have. And so far, so good. We commenced the asphalting of the road. I don't know if your cameraman can capture where we are at the moment. We commenced that a week ago. We're like a week old today, and we've done about 2.1 kilometers. So that is where we are at the moment. The hydraulic system has been done, the catch pit, as you can see, and some of the embankments that we have done. So in all of that, collate them together, we have scored 45% of the total contract length.
The administration is committed to ensuring these roads are robust enough to withstand the rainy seasons, employing local contractors who are indigents of Cross River State.
Let me be very bold to tell you that in the past, this thing we are doing, if you drive past, in the past, you see 2-3 expatriates walking around this road doing nothing. But today, just check, it's just Cross Riverians who are handling this project, and we are seeing the results. So the economic effect it's unimaginable. So it's affecting our people directly. And I can tell you that the aspect of, portfolio matter, our funds being taken out, capital flight has ended. So whatever we earn, we come back to develop our people and develop our land. So it has a lot of benefit to our people.
The state government has outlined plans for ongoing road rehabilitation and construction, focusing on completing current projects and opening rural communities to new opportunities.
There are some projects in the north of which I personally went there to flag off. And in my visit to the north, I've had time to go and inspect some of the projects that are being done in the north, especially the one in Ogoja local government area and in the Iyala local government area. From Ndok Junction in Ogoja local government area, there's a 24 kilometers of road that is presently being done. The road is being not dualized but expanded, from what it was. As soon as you get into Ogoja and getting into the Ogoja town itself, it was difficult to go through because the road was almost impassable. But this administration has started the construction of the road, and you can see that the first phase of it is almost completed, and you have the drainage also been done by the side where water can be properly channeled.
In the central part of the state, road rehabilitation is also enhancing connectivity and boosting local economies.
Concentration majorly has been to open up...
In a separate interview, Governor Basiotu discussed plans for road infrastructure across the state and its significance for economic development.
So we are doing quite a number of roads in Yako, in Ikom, Ugoja, Yala. Our concentration majorly has been to open up the main arteries that will lead to either where we have products that are quite difficult or adding too much in terms of transportation costs for the vehicles to bring these products out, and where there are major commercial activities. We've started with those, and we are doing quite a lot of them in the central and also in the north. Yes, actually, if you look at the population in all these areas, and the fact that most of them are the food baskets, like in Yache, we had a breach that it was a bit difficult for transports to pass, particularly in this day and age. So we've tried to make sure that we get that road, we get the bridge restored, and we also have opened up major areas. Like I said, we've opened up major areas and some of the arteries. Most of the things you've seen actually on what I would say the urban locations are also replicated in the villages, because we've tried to make sure that we open feeder routes right to where our people will be able to bring out their products or commodities to the markets. And the rainy season in Cross River State is normally very, very heavy. It's disturbed us a lot. But like we're beginning to have a breakdown, we're going to apply accelerator and make sure that we cover most of the ones that we have on the program. But we are doing quite a lot. And the people are very happy. The people in all locations, they know that we are doing well as a government and we are doing the right thing.
While challenges remain, Governor Otu's administration is demonstrating a strong commitment to transforming cross-river states' infrastructure. As roads are repaired and communities reconnected, the state moves closer to achieving its potential as a vital economic and cultural hub in Nigeria.
On this program, eyewitnesses are involved in telling their stories by sending pictures and videos of happenings in their neighborhood. You can participate by using your mobile device to take pictures of activities around you. Upload them on the Eyewitness platform on the Channels TV app, which is available on Google Play Store online. Follow the instructions as you upload to enable us follow up on your report. That's the program for this week. Thanks so much for watching. See you again, same time next week. I am Yomi Otaibi.